All right, what's poppin', everybody? It's your boy Armon, and we're back with another video. Get in here, everybody, get in here. We got to get into some things. All right, so we're just gonna talk. We're just gonna ramble it out for a second. This story came across my desk like a day or two ago, but I kind of was like, I don't know. I was kind of panicked because I really wasn't sure because I had heard a lot of different mixed things, so I just wanted a little bit more detail on what was going on. But apparently, Iman, Shumpert, and I like Iman. First of all, let me just start with this. I like Teyana Taylor. I like Iman. Iman even reminds me of one of my younger brothers. Just like they look alike, and I feel like they have similar personalities. Like very chill, seem very cool. And Teyana Taylor is just an overall bad. She's super dope, and I like them both. But apparently, they're having some relationship issues, and the relationships are what I'm hearing is on the rocks. And I've been hearing it's been on the rocks for a while. They have been separated. People are saying that they haven't been separated. Some people are saying that they have an open relationship because, you know, they have a history of, you know, inviting people in and this, that, and the third. But from what I've been hearing, you know, sources have been saying that they've been on and off and on the rocks for a while. And now it's starting to become very, very clear that Iman is outside with other women. And it kind of looks like, you know, they're still very much so still married and still follow each other on social media. But apparently, you know, because they're still married, even if they're separated, I don't know if it's a legal separation, but he's basically, you know, allegedly cheating on her. You know, there's been several Instagram like posts and pictures where, you know, different women are been seen wearing his chain. And, you know, apparently he's been hanging around with different whores around town, you know, at the studio and having different women around. And he doesn't seem to be very apologetic about it. Okay. This is a video here that was kind of going viral on social media. And one would say, well, where are these videos coming from? Some would say these women are sending these videos out because they want the world to know that, you know, they're in proximity with Teyana Taylor, and, you know, she's got on this chain there. He's laying on her shoulder there, allowing it to be posted. So you would have to know that that was going to get out. You know what I'm saying? And then there was another picture here where you could see him in the back with a bunch of girls, and the girl takes a picture of him, and he doesn't seem to be bothered. Now, some people are saying that he made a post recently. I didn't get a chance to see it, where he was saying, you know, he's not clearing anything up once the allegations had started to surface and became viral all over social media. So apparently he is kind of doing his thing. He's outside. Now I'm seeing people say, well, he's been shooting a music video. He's been, you know, he's not cheating on her. The internet is making up lies. They're happy. Well, you know, sources close to the, you know, were letting me know, you know, I've been hearing that, you know, in fact, they are not together, and, Teyana Taylor is not pleased, and these things are not just music videos, and he is acting out. And the idea, and one would think, well, why? What is the reason? So kind of what I'm hearing on the back end is it's a little bit of envy. It's a little bit of jealousy and envy in the relationship. And it also comes from the fact that Teyana Taylor could possibly be outgrowing him, and Iman is not really happy where, you know, he should be in his career. Is kind of what I was told. You know, if you think about it, him and Teyana Taylor are both on their like fourth and fifth careers at this point. And when it was drawn out, like everything that kind of Teyana has done, Iman has kind of tried to do, but she's been more successful at it in a sense, you know, from down to, you know, she's doing music. He tries to do music, but you know, Teyana Taylor for doing music, or, you know, to the fact that, you know, Iman played basketball for so many years. It was, you know, a star player, was playing next to LeBron James, yet never had a custom shoe, never had a Jordan, never had his own sneaker. Yet here's Teyana Taylor. She has her own personal custom Jordan shoe. You know, Iman, yes, he's on Dancing with the Stars. I believe he won that show. But then, you know, we all know Teyana Taylor to be the star performer, creative director, dancer kind of chick. down to television. He's done the show, the series with Lena Waithe, The Shy. Now I don't really watch The Shy, but I hear that he's not one of the stars in the movie or the series. He's kind of like part of the ensemble cast. I don't know, but I know that Teyana Taylor has a movie with Lena Waithe, or produced by Lena Waithe, 1001 or something like that, and apparently it's getting a lot of buzz around the film and industry. And so I just think it becomes one of those things where he was the breadwinner for a long time, and now kind of things have changed, and now his wife is kind of leveling up and kind of occupying more boss roles and more boss spaces. And it becomes one of those things where the male ego becomes a little bit bruised, where he feels like, damn, everything I do, she's kind of doing it, and she's gotten more and she's doing it better. So he's feeling a little bit lost. It's kind of what I'm hearing. And instead of kind of like talking it out and having these conversations with his wife or seeking therapy and, working these issues out, he's lashing out and mixing and mingling with, $2 whores. You know what I'm saying? So it's a really, really sticky situation, and it's a really unfortunate situation, because I do believe that, they love each other. But I believe that sometimes when you are both in the same kind of career field, both in entertainment, it can cause wedges, and it can kind of divide relationships, especially when you're in relationships and the dynamics change and the other person on the changing end is not really ready for that change. Now, I think something is important there. Two things are important. I think that communication, if that is the case, is important to where, he needs to be open and honest about his feelings and about the fact that, he isn't happy. And so because he isn't happy where his career is, allegedly, that, it is causing a little bit of envy or kind of like a jealousy in a sense. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like jealousy is a natural emotion that people go through, and you can go through it in relationships as well. However, I do think that talking about it is definitely helpful and important. But then too, I think that on the other end, Teyana Taylor definitely needs to be present for those conversations, hear him out, show empathy, show that she's listening. And also, I'm not saying that she's doing this, but try not to make him feel small or make him feel less than. So we don't know what the dynamic is, but it seems as though everything is not what it seems to be. And this is one of America's favorite couples. So we hate to see that it's not really working out. However, I'm hearing that Teyana Taylor is at a point where she doesn't even care. She wants it to be out so she can move on with the divorce. Yes. So, she might be planning on splitting up with him, because it's just kind of getting to a point to where she's going to keep leveling up. He's lost in his feelings because he's not where he wants to be in his career, in his life, apparently or allegedly. And it's causing friction between the two of them. Others have pointed out that, when he has campaigns, Teyana Taylor posts those campaigns. She literally, does not mind doing a collage, a montage of family pictures and portraits, whatever he has going on. She's very much in support. But for her, he doesn't really give her the same support. Like with the sneakers, the shoes, anything she's got going on, he doesn't really seem to repost it or support it. So I think that's really interesting that they're going through that. But I do think as a man, sometimes, men do get in their ego. But at the same time, this could be an opportunity for him to say, okay, cool, I can chill. And you take on the role, and you make all the money and you pay these bills. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I just don't think he should be out here making her look crazy. You know what I'm saying? So at some point, she's going to have to do or say something, because until he finds his happiness, he's going to keep lashing out. And I think, I don't know, I'm just learning that it's very important to communicate what you want before it gets to a place where it's like, okay, the dynamics have changed, and now you're this brand new person, and which I didn't sign up for, which I didn't know that I was going to get. So I think that while I think that they can be some reconciliation, I think they can work this out with therapy, counseling, and him being true and honest with himself and identifying that, hey, maybe he's feeling some type of way that his woman now is kind of the leader in a relationship. She's now wearing the pants. And unfortunately, everything that he's tried to do, she has done and gotten more and gotten further in those lanes. He should admit that bothers him, and it makes him feel a little bit less than as a man. Because that's kind of what I'm hearing, that all of this is kind of like an egotistical meltdown on his end because her career is blossoming, and it seems as though his is at a standstill. This is what I've been hearing in the streets. So, I don't know. I think this could be worked out. However, he does not need to go and be sleeping around and messing around with these girls that are nothing on Teyana Taylor's level. Because at the end of the day, these women, they care nothing about Iman. It's all about having proximity to Teyana Taylor. It's all this idea of, oh, Teyana Taylor's this bad bitch. She's fine. She's body. She's a singer. She's a fashion. She's beauty. She's artistic. She's a creative director. She's an actor. She's like a triple, quadruple threat. You know what I mean? In every aspect. And I was the one to take her man. Or Teyana Taylor. You know what I'm saying? So it's less about Iman and more about, some of these girls feeling like building their own self-esteem and feeling like, well, girl, I must be a bad, because I was able to get Teyana Taylor's man. And without them realizing that, hey, you'll never be the main course. You'll always be a side. You know what I'm saying? But some girls are okay with that. As long as they feel like, well, I got what she had. And so I think for that, Teyana Taylor, if that doesn't stop, she will have to distance herself, because it's like, hold on. A lot of these girls are going to be trying to sleep with you just to attach themselves to me. You already got 2 kids together, so the attachment is there permanently. But it does not need to be there while you're married to the guy. You know what I mean? It's kind of like how, I personally feel like how all these women love sleeping with Nick Cannon. Not because Nick Cannon has all this money, but because they know Nick Cannon is Mariah Carey's baby daddy. You know what I'm saying? That Mariah Carey hits different. So it's like, my kid is siblings with Mariah Carey's kids. You know what I mean? Which is why I feel like Mariah Carey keeps her kids over there and does not affiliate with any of them other kids. But anyway, I say that to say relationships could be difficult, especially when dynamics change. But I'm hearing word on the curb is that he's a little bit envious of the fact that Teyana Taylor is growing at such a rapid speed and pace. And so he's just outside kind of lashing out because he's unhappy on the inside, and he doesn't really know how to handle it. And apparently they're not having much communication. Even now, even recently, apparently he's been out running around, allegedly. This is all alleged, but running around with different women while she's been in New York working. So it's like he's sitting at home, running around with floozies while she's working. And this is all kind of coming up because he's not happy. I don't know. It's just one of those weird things. It's just a weird thing, because I get it on both sides. I get being in the situation as a man. I'm like, damn, she really kind of like surpassed me, or everything I do, she's doing it. You know what I mean? And I felt like, wow, that was my role. So I feel you with having the little bit of the envy there, because it's a natural thing. But I also get Teyana Taylor saying, listen, I'm still supporting you though. Anything you need, I got it. Like, I can't stop my light. I can't dim what I want to do and me for this relationship, but I still will support you. And I feel like as long as she's still supporting him, holding him down and making him feel like he's the man and not making him feel small, then they should be able to work this out. So, there's always 2 sides to the story. We don't know the story. This is all allegedly. But I'm hoping that they can work this out because um, this doesn't seem like a couple or a situation where the love is lost, especially when it's like, I don't have to cheat. Teyana Taylor seems very open. They mess with men. I almost said they mess with men, but you never know. I said they mess with women together. They have these situations. So I don't think it's the burning desire to sleep with someone else. I think he might get with these women who are less powerful than him so he can feel a little bit more inferior or superior to them. You know what I'm saying? He can feel more like a man. Maybe being with Teyana Taylor, he doesn't feel like the man anymore. And so it's kind of like he feels stronger when he's with a woman that is kind of not as, leveled up as Teyana Taylor. And I don't know, maybe he doesn't want that. And maybe they just have grown apart. Maybe he realizes like he wants like a regular kind of girlfriend versus a superstar. Or maybe Teyana Taylor realizes like, hey, I'm not going to stop growing and I can't coddle your feelings here. So maybe we can just be friends. But at some point, you guys can't be embarrassing each other. And especially on his end, he cannot be embarrassing her and having all these different women try to attach themselves to him, but really to her through him. So I don't know. It's an interesting conversation. It's an interesting thing. I would like to know what you guys think in the comments. Do you guys think that this relationship could be worked out? Do you think that this is a case where he's a little bit envious? And why do you feel like he would be envious? Do you think he has a right to be a little bit jealous or envious? Do you understand it? Do you think that this relationship is salvageable? So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Until next time, I want you to keep that same energy, and I'll see you soon. Peace out.